Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I'm at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Sagittarius, whose major arcana card is Temperance. This is the artist card, here to represent you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can pull from the well of infinite creativity. So Sagittarius, I have another new spread here. It's called Pulling the Thread. Just going to be pulling that thread on an idea that the cards are going to give us around finding more creative energy for you. So this first row here with the Soul's Journey card, this row we're going to ask, what part of me is most ready to tap for creative energy? The second row here with the Archetype cards, we're going to ask what angle of this needs to be explored more deeply. And then thirdly, with the Spirit messages, we're going to ask what personality trait is supporting this energy. Then we're going to follow up with the cards of truth and then the Lenormand for just that little bit more clarity. So let's begin and see what the Soul's Journey deck has for you. And also, we're going to follow up with the Power Animals and with the Starseed card. So I like to flip all three of these at once and read it as a whole. So let's give it a go and see what Soul's Journey has: self-esteem. The cards of truth has the Jack of Diamonds. Lenormand has the Lucky Clover. Interesting. Already off to a good start here. So much to say about the self-esteem card, as it's more about understanding what you have as gifts of the soul that can benefit you and other people. So it's actually a card that tells you it's you're feeling, perhaps if you're feeling any kind of self-esteem issues, maybe feeling a little bored with what you're doing lately, feeling like you need some kind of upgrade, time for something new to come in. It's actually about that. It's time to uncover another skill or talent. Because when you're feeling down about yourself, it's actually like a clue being given that it's time to learn something new or just to be inspired, basically. I think I like that word the best. It's time that you are ready for some new inspiration to give you even more gifts and insights, right? It's actually a time to celebrate how far you've come and to start looking around for your next step forward. Now, the Jack of Diamonds is a great card to get here, along with the Lucky Clover. The Jacks have like a tremendous amount of work to do. They are somewhat of a messenger, and this guy is one of the biggest stepping stones in the deck. So all good, right? This is great. So it's a time also to place a value on something. It's earth energy. It's creative Uranus energy. So it's all good. And it's also about being inspired. It could be you learning how to sell. It is the salesman card. But it's also you knowing the value of something so that you can sell it well, whether that's you selling you or your art, or it can be about monetary value, but it can also be about just being grounded enough to be able to see that value and that worth of something. It's embracing that whole experience to do exactly that. Now, they do encompass the aces, twos, and threes. The jacks do. So aces are that foundation card, that epiphany card, that realization that there's something that needs to happen. You see it, you get that inkling, something comes into your life and it's like a light bulb going off, that aha moment. And then it's you basically connecting with that twos energy willingly, exploring it, embracing it, having a really good time with it, being fulfilled with it. Moon energy, Emperor, Empress, reds would be Empress, and having that feminine quality to the whole thing, just really loving and nurturing. And then the threes, where you see it to fruition, you're done with it, you can't take it any further, and it's time to let it go. Even though you've invested heavily in it, you've gotten all the juice you're going to get. Time to move on. And maybe it's a little harder to move on away from it rather than towards something. So it's learning how to loosen the grasp on whatever it is, understanding that it is time to begin with something new, something different, something inspirational, and that you're ready for it. Like I said, the jacks just have this tremendous amount of energy to spend, and this is going to be in the arena of your art, placing a value on something, learning a value, learning something about your value, and basically being able to give that voice to the situation. So very, very nice. Wow, that's a great place to have your energy coming from. It's very, very creative and a lot of energy there already. It's time to begin. So, which would be, a fun thing for you, Sagittarius, because you are a big thinker. You do see the big picture of things. You like to learn. You're a knowledge-seeking truth finder. So here you are. Let's move on to the second row and see what the archetype cards have for you. So there's some angle about this that needs to be explored more deeply. It'll give us a little bit more of a clue here. The Midas Miser card, 8 of Diamonds, all about finding value here as well, and the Letter, which is communication to you from an outside source. Of course, when these were made, letters were it or word of mouth, but now you've got texts and emails and snail mail and everything in between. So it could come to you in any form. And again, this is about validation within you, finding value around yourself. So this kind of supports the idea that it is time for you to understand. It's time to uncover another skill or talent, right? Because maybe you're not feeling up to par. You're getting a little bored with what you have. You're not feeling like your creativity is all it could be. And so now it's time to reconfigure that in your practice. So the Midas and the Miser. The light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. The shadow attributes. hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So I suppose we could explore that. A fear of losing something to gain something. But I don't see that here. I see you getting a strong message of support around your feeling of values around yourself. Very creative card here too, and it's also the Hanged card. It's very psychic, very intuitive. This Hanged is to look at things from a different angle, so that you're seeing things from a more well-rounded, more diplomatic point of view. It can be looking at something completely different, putting yourself in someone else's shoes to kind of give it from a different angle, right? So that's what we are here. We are looking into the angle that needs to be explored more deeply. So this angle is about how you feel when you give value to something, and how you feel about the value of learning a new skill or talent, and all the energy that's put into that. It can be quite a bit, for sure. And well worth it, yes, but here you are, right? Time to do it again. As a Sagittarius, though, I'm sure you will embrace it and follow that through beautifully. What a lovely place to have this energy being ready. All right, let's look at this third row and see what personality trait you hold in supporting this energy. Embracing the moment. This is with the Spirit Messenger cards. Interesting. 9 of Spades in reverse. And the Anchor. So, the 9 of Spades is called the Yogi card. So it in reverse tells me that it might be difficult at this time for you to settle, to be able to get into that quiet, meditative vibe that's really going to need to happen, because you're being asked to embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So you are being given a change of energy, a chance to come into this new awareness of you and to upgrade your self-evaluation into this new understanding of a new value. So not only are you going to upgrade your skills and talent with this very beautiful diamond jack here and the 8 of diamonds, which is incredibly grounded, very self-assured, knows exactly your value, yet it's being tested in this way and being asked to find that time to really settle into that. Well, it is a spiritual liberation when it's in the upright position. It's letting go at its finest. So the fact that it's in reverse is having a little bit of trouble, a little bit of not being able to see the way to rising to the challenge, that perhaps you're feeling stuck. Now, this can be mentally, physically. It's kind of like, it's actually, it's the Hermit card, so it's that it relates to in the tarot. So it's like the Hermit card has no problem settling and meditating as long as it takes to get to that divine answer. But when it's in reverse, there's trouble settling. There's trouble sitting still long enough in order for that message to come through. And you get the anchor, which is, again, asking you to settle, to put that anchor down and just take advantage of some downtime. And when you do that, you will be very quick to see what direction this new skill, this new talent will take you. That opportunity will arise and you will step into it with full confidence, full energy, and embrace it, right? Embrace the moment, because this is about thinking positively and letting go of the negativity. So I would say that that is your first clue here, that whatever it is you're feeling around, feeling kind of stuck and not moving forward in the speed that you Sagittarius love. It's my rising sign. I know it's like nothing happens fast enough sometimes, but also what happens when you move too fast, you lose the story. So it's most important here to remember, one of the important things is to remember that there is gold nuggets in the story, right? I always say it's like, yeah, sure, went to the grocery store and got what I needed, end of story. That's the fast way. But what if you were to tell the entire story? What if it took you 3 days to get to the grocery store? There's something in that story that holds the nuggets of what you need to hear from Spirit. All right, so yes, back into the meditation. So let's see what power animal card you got and what starseed from Source. What else would Source share? Meditation. Of course. Take a moment to connect to Source through quiet, reflective meditation. Oh, it's a lovely message, really, Sagittarius. Tortoise. Oh, I love this. Organization and patience. Hadn't even thought about that, but I'm going to look that up so I can read you a little more on it. The cleaning up the studio, right? I mean, that is always a great place to begin, because when you clear something out, you make room for something new. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us this organization and patience card, because that is a very interesting and important part of this. All right, so here's your message from Tortoise. In a fast-paced world, when other animals are scurrying by, tortoises take their time. Their shell serves them well. They are protected, sheltered, and have sanctuary regardless of where they are. Very much like that hanged man energy from the diamonds here. In the tarot, this actually relates to the Virgo Mercury card and the Hermit card. So once again, it's like going into that cave, that tortoise shell, to meditate and come to whatever conclusions the divine has for you. Okay, tortoises don't concern themselves with the time it takes to reach a destination, nor do they think about when they might return. Wherever they are always home. When you receive this card, the spirit of tortoise is connecting with you today to remind you of the importance of endurance. Leo Tolstoy started, "The two most powerful warriors are patience and time." Tortoise then are master warriors. Not only do they have a lifespan of up to 200 years, they also live by the belief that good things indeed come to those who wait. Tortoise is asking you to remain steadfast and true, resisting the urge to take any shortcuts during this time will keep your integrity intact and provide you with the results you desire. Oh, how lovely is that, Sagittarius? Good for you. All right, well, good luck with the meditation and the messages, and it's all good, isn't it? Really, very lovely. Go take a time out. All right, well, thank you for watching, and as always, happy creating.